Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into the incredible stories of two entrepreneurs who took their family's fading food traditions and, well, against all odds, turned them into modern-day empires. So, what does it actually take? We're going to explore that exact question by looking at two foods that seem pretty simple on the surface, but have these amazing stories of grit, innovation, and, frankly, obsession behind them. First up, we have this. This is a delicacy that's made using a technique passed down through 5 whole generations. It's literally a taste of history that was almost lost forever. And then you have this, the humble rice ball. What started out as a single street stall was totally reinvented and is now sold in over 250 locations all across the globe. Pretty incredible. So, who are the people that made all this happen? Let's meet the two individuals at the very heart of these stories. They both found themselves facing the exact same critical choice. Do I leave my modern life behind, or do I just let my family's legacy die? So on one side, you've got Liu Wen-xiang. He was a medical technologist in the big city, Taipei, and he gave all that up to save his family's 150-year-old persimmon farm. Then there's Yu Cheng-lung. After his military service, he looked at his parents' little street stall and saw this massive hidden opportunity. Two completely different starting points, but both leading to this one huge decision. But here's the thing, making that choice, that was actually the easy part. The journeys they took after that decision were just defined by relentless, back-breaking work and this almost fanatical obsession with getting their craft absolutely perfect. For Liu, this meant going back to a process that was ancient and just grueling. And get this, there were no standard operating procedures, no instruction manual. He had to learn this 7 to 10-day cycle of firing with special longan wood, sun-drying, and hand-kneading, all based on feel and experience. It was so much work that even his own family was convinced it was a dead end. In fact, his own grandmother was super skeptical. While every other producer was making these bright golden persimmons, Liu was making these dark, almost burnt-looking ones. She just couldn't wrap her head around why he was making something that looked so different from what everyone else was selling. Now, at the same time, Yu Cheng-lung was on his own obsessive quest. To figure out the absolute perfect rice for his family's rice balls, he started to experiment. And he didn't just cook a few batches. He cooked over 7,000 of them. And this wasn't just a weekend project. This whole process, this complete immersion into the world of rice, took him 2.5 years. He poured every single waking moment into his research. And this just shows you his insane level of commitment. To save a 40-minute commute, he would just sleep in his car, and he was averaging only about 2 hours of sleep a night. He pushed himself to the absolute limit. Sometimes he'd doze off from pure exhaustion, only to wake up to the smell of an entire vat of rice completely burnt. Okay, so after years of struggle, skepticism from family, and all that sacrifice, something had to give, right? Well, it did. Their sheer determination led them to these incredible breakthrough moments that would just completely change their fortunes and prove all that hard work was worth it. Liu's big break was just pure luck, one of those stories you can't make up. A famous chef from Taipei was literally just driving by his farm, smelled this unique, smoky aroma from the wood fire, and decided to walk in. He ended up using those persimmons to win a huge international cooking competition, not once, but twice. And just like that, Liu's family farm was on the world map. For Yu, the breakthrough was a stroke of pure business genius. He looked at the traditional food stall model and realized it was all backward. Instead of the owner deciding what you get to eat, why not let the customer choose? He was inspired by wanting to put all his favorite sandwich fillings together. So he created a system with over 90 different ingredients where people could build their own perfect rice ball. It was a total game changer, and it was the key that unlocked massive growth. So these breakthroughs weren't just personal wins. They were the catalysts that let Liu and Yu not only save their family businesses, but to build brand new legacies for the next generation. Yu's idea to let the customer choose, well, it just exploded. It was so popular that it allowed him to expand his family's humble stall into a global franchise with over 250 locations spread across Asia, Australia, and even beyond. And that explosive growth, it led to some pretty staggering success. We're talking about an annual revenue of 300 million new Taiwan dollars. His mastery of rice became so legendary that Forbes magazine actually gave him the nickname Dr. Rice. So here's the crucial takeaway. You've got a persimmon farmer and a rice ball guy. Couldn't be more different, right? But if you look closer, their recipe for success is remarkably similar. It's this mix of honoring tradition but also fearlessly embracing innovation. It's having an unbreakable spirit and, maybe most important of all, it's about personally mastering the absolute core of your craft. Ultimately, the stories of Liu Wen-xiang and Yu Changlong are this powerful reminder that our past doesn't have to just be a museum piece. With passion and a fresh perspective, it can be the foundation for an incredible future. It really makes you wonder, right? What traditions in our own lives are just sitting there, one great idea away from a whole new beginning? Thanks for joining us for this explainer.